First of all, I'm gonna need Pastor Burke here to put his fucking chest hair away. I don't know what the fuck he's trying to accomplish here, but anyone who has ever worn a robe knows that this is not how a robe lies. Let me show you something. I literally put on a robe for this. In order to, sorry so much. In order to achieve this look, one would have to very, very intentionally do one of these numbers. That's how he got this little number. This little number. One has to ask themselves, why the intentional move? Pastor Burke, why would you want to show us your chest hairs? Or are you just trying to show us your tattoo because you're not like the other pastors? You're a cool pastor. For anyone who doesn't know, Pastor Burke made a video that he has either deleted or maybe he deleted his entire account because I can't find it now, but I saved it, where he addresses the woman who has been conducting that social experiment where she's calling the churches, and she's called 29 churches, 26 churches, something like that. And they all were very much, do you even go here? You have to be a member to get one single can of baby formula. I know I can hear your baby crying. It's a fake baby, but I know that I can hear your baby crying in the background, but you're not a member. And then there's the ones that are like, I don't think we do that here. And then there's the ones that are like, I don't think I have any money left in that fund this month. What fund? What fund? The baby formula fund? Maybe you want to borrow some money from the fucking pastor's rent fund. Maybe you want to borrow from the pastor's Rolls Royce fund. Maybe the second jet fund needs to be trimmed. What do you mean you don't have any money in your discretionary fund? That's the fucking problem. So there was a mosque who said, where are you? How fast can you be here? What kind of formula does your baby consume? That means they were going to go and fucking find whatever it is that she needed, and they were going to go and get it. There was also apparently 2 black churches that were like ready, willing, and able to help, or at least wanting to help. But the other churches were like, what do you think this is? A charity? Yeah, Susan, I think it's a charity. I think that's the reason why you guys get tax exemption. Susan, I think that's why you guys get tax exemption, which is what his little fucking video was about, by the way. He's getting real fucking upset that people are saying we need to start taxing churches. Because he's saying, but wait, I mean, go after Joel Osteen if you want to. Go after the community or the prosperity gospel churches if you want to. But like, don't go after us. Because us small ones, I mean, we try to provide a service. Well, it's funny because the 26 or 29 churches that she tried to contact were small churches, and they did not try. And so then he tries to justify that by saying, well, the reason the mosque was so willing to help is because they're obligated. He said that Muslims are obligated to help the poor, but that the Bible doesn't obligate Christians to helping the poor. And this is why I know you're fake as fuck. Because if you need a text to explicitly tell you that you should help the poor, or really anyone who's in need, especially a person who said that their baby hasn't eaten in 2 days and needs 1 can of formula. If you need a text to explicitly obligate you to do that, you're full of shit. You may indeed worship Jesus, but you don't follow Jesus. Worship is a different animal, because then you get to be fake as fuck, ask for forgiveness, and keep it pushing. There is literally not one fucking reason why a church would be tax exempt, if not for the fact that they were supposed to be providing charitable services to the community, regardless of whether or not you are a member of the fucking church. Because if you have to be a member of the fucking church for them to give you a charitable service, then that's just club membership. That's just a perk of being a member of a club. I can't think of a single other club who provides me personally and exclusively with a benefit who also then gets to be tax exempt just by virtue of the fact that they exist. The whole point was that churches will pick up the slack for the government, right? We can't possibly help everyone. We can't feed everyone. We can't clothe everyone, but we will make you tax exempt if you provide those services to your community. And they guilt people into giving of their income to the church because the whole idea has always been that they're going to help those who need it. And we had this conversation when Joel Osteen did not open up his mega church when his town was underwater. And people said that churches are not a charity. So, my guy, why are they 501c3? Why are they tax exempt? Because they're spreading the word of God. You think that that is by itself the reason? What interest do you think the government has in you spreading the word of God? And by the way, says who? Who's God? What the fuck are you talking about? Remember when John Oliver invented a church, something like Our Lady of some like tax exemption, whatever the fuck it was? We get together once a week when I film this fucking show. He literally got a 501c3 exemption. Anyone can fucking be a church. It's bullshit. If you are not providing charitable services, then you should not be exempt from taxes. Especially when you're collecting all of this money and then what the fuck are you doing with it? What the fuck are you doing with it? And so in his little spiel here, in his thirst trap fucking bullshit spiel, justification, weak justification, he says you can't make it all, like you can't advocate for the tax or eliminating the tax exemption for the little churches because we try to help. If you would like to try to help, then do that. No one said you have to stop trying to help. No one is saying that the churches who are providing charitable work to the community can't become tax exempt, but that's gotta become your primary fucking objective. And then you can file 501c3 paperwork all over again and prove to the government that you are in fact providing a charitable service. There is nothing about what this guy does that should make his work tax exempt. He's spreading the word of God. I'm spreading the Constitution by protecting it every day as a criminal defense attorney. I should be tax exempt. Every person who works in a restaurant is feeding hungry customers. They should be tax exempt. The guys who are laying asphalt on the highway are spreading safety by allowing us to traverse the highways safely. They should be tax exempt. See where I'm going with this? Doing something you think is good does not, by virtue of you thinking it's good, make it tax exempt. You have to be providing a service that is charitable in this context. It's the whole fucking reason why you got that exemption. You guys bastardized it. That's your fucking fault. Anyway, I think this guy's full of shit. And his chest hairs prove my fucking point. Fake as fuck, missing the whole fucking point. Because he's lost in the sauce of his fucking fame. He should have been the first one on here saying how embarrassing it was that all of those churches said, go fuck yourself, to an audibly crying baby. Instead, he decided to say, well, the Muslims are obligated, but we're not, because no one wrote it down. Whatever the fuck version I'm reading doesn't have it written down, because I can't possibly do anything unless it was written down. I can't fucking tell right from wrong unless someone wrote it down. I don't know that it is inherently the right thing to do to help someone who is reaching out to you specifically, punting them to a government organization to look for help, punting them to anybody else, telling them to basically go fuck yourself. Sorry that your kid hasn't eaten. She told everyone that her baby had not eaten in a day or two. If you can defend that, you're fake as fuck. Put it away. Put it away.